Hey, it's your friend Bethany here. I'm doing a very special video today, unboxing a book I got from Scotland. My friend Jeannie Campbell, who's a terrific piper and friend to many, has written a new book about the College of Piping. But first, I wanted to show you this book that Jeannie did a few years ago. First comprehensive history of pipe bands ever written, done by Jeannie, who is the College of Piping and Beyond's historian. She put a lot of effort into this book, which is over 800 pages, and it's got stories and history, lots of wonderful pictures on bands over the years, and we were lucky enough to have her in our ranks at the Worlds a few years back. So she has done so much for the piping community, and she is based in Glasgow and works tirelessly at the College of Piping. And so I'm going to show you this book that she sent over because she just released it. My own personal history with the college goes back a long ways. I would say 45 years now, because my teacher, Maura Jameson, went to the Timmins Summer School, Timmins, Ontario, which is a 13-hour drive north from Ottawa. And she went with her sister Sheila, who was the drummer. And they were so impressed by the school that the next year they encouraged all of us students of Morex to go, and Sheila's students too. So we all went up. I ended up going for 4 years and worked under Seamus McNeil, Jimmy McIntosh, Harry McNulty, Murray Henderson, and the drummers got to work with Alex Stuthert and Bert Barr. There was dancing as well, but I don't know who the teachers were. But I went for 4 years. My sister and I went for the last year. And it was then, when I was 17, when Seamus said, would you like to take on some beginners? Because they had more people register than they were counting on. I said, sure. So I had 10 students in my own class. And then I took the senior level piping and Pibroch, and I think I was the band's pipe major. And that just meant making sure that everyone was together in the circle. I think we did some performances in the town square like we would do each year. And just run the show to help, you know, but it was good. So 40 years ago now that I started teaching, thanks to Seamus. So here is the new book. I'm just opening it up that Jeannie sent over to me, and the mailman, despite Canada Post's threats to go on strike, maybe they waited till I got my book, knowing how important piping is. So let's see what this looks like. I bet it's fab. I was an examiner with the College of Piping for a long time. The original premises on Otago Street was donated to them back in the 40s by Charles Hepburn, who was a whiskey magnate, which is pretty cool. Then they expanded and they solicited funds to pay for the expansion. We donated to that as well. And then the Piping Center took it over. So it's changed a bit over the years. My father's plaque still proudly hangs there, and I had a lot of nice times working with Willie and Neil there, having a laugh, and Gary Carruthers, of course, and working with Brad Wallace. Had a great time. Did all kinds of neat stuff there. And so was an examiner back here as well, so all of our pipers proudly wear the College Piping tie. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, look at this. To the make of a piper. And on the back it says, from its origins in a tenement basement in wartime Glasgow, the College of Piping grew to become an organization known worldwide. To mention only two of its many achievements, Tutor Part 1, known as the Green Tutor, has been used by countless thousands to start their piping journey and is still sold today, very true, while the Piping Times has been described as the greatest ever repository of piping knowledge, and in addition, in the days before the internet, served as the chat room of the piping world. This book is a memorial to the founders and others who, over its 75-year history, despite opposition and financial difficulties, built the college into the internationally known and influential organization that it became. It is also a very personal account of my own almost 50 years of involvement, from Piping Times subscriber in 1973, student and then staff member, and the people I met and worked with along the way. Wonderful. And I asked her to autograph it. To Bethany with best wishes, Jeannie Campbell. So, this is going to be a read, and I'm going to make some of my students look at it as well. It's going to have some nice pictures, There's the building information, who studied there, who worked there. Oh, wow, there's going to be a lot in here to read and enjoy and take in. And always, always lots to learn. There's Jeannie. Oh, there's dear Jeannie with a medal at Holyrood. I think she got an OBE. No, MBE. There's Jeannie in her suit. Isn't that fantastic? And she got it at Holyrood, so she didn't have to go too far to get her medal, which is just fantastic. Well, I have to flip through here and see if I recognize some of the faces I've had the honor of working with over the years, which is just marvelous. So, if you don't have the green tutor, you should get one. I urge a lot of my students to obviously study from them because there's a lot of great lessons and a classic music in there. And they can learn a lot. A lot of how they decide to describe movements, and piping fills in the gaps. And it helps me as a teacher explain things a little more coherently and succinctly, like the Scots are apt to do in a very nice way. So that's a little book review. It's going to be great, and I hope your day is too. Cheers.